9:42 at K-Fire. By that sound, it must be guns in the 701. You know what that sound means, right?
Oh, yeah. How are we doing today, Todd?
Hey, doing fantastic. Happy August 32nd. We've decided to extend August for the weekend.
There you go.
Or, I wonder, Tom said July 64th or whatever you want to call it.
What I kind of wonder is if, I think dove season opens up this weekend, but I'm not sure. I better double check that.
I think you're right. I think I remember hearing that.
And that's always good. Get out there and get your early hunting in.
There we go. So apparently ATF stands for all the firearms.
Yeah, that's probably what they should call it nowadays. I like that. Oh, isn't that crazy? That. Yeah.
Just make sure you plug my name in there every once in a great while when you do use it. But anyway. Just kidding.
Rare breed triggers, and I don't know if I'm pretty familiar with them because they have what they call a reset trigger that they sell. They've been doing it forever. It's a FRT-15 is what it is. And how that works is that essentially it'll reset itself so you don't have to do it, but you still have to fire it every time, which still makes it semi-auto, but not according to the Biden ATF. And this started last year, basically in 2021, where the ATF came after these guys. You got to remember, all these triggers, things like bump stocks and things like that, were all approved because they had to go through this approval process when they submitted for the designs and approved by ATF until the occupant in the White House has directed his alphabet agencies like ATF to go ahead and reclassify them with the stroke of a pen, which is unconstitutional anyway, and say now these are basically machine guns. And if you guys know, the National Firearms Act from 1934 classified that all machine guns, they got to be basically got to have a $200 tax stamp, and you got to register and things like that. And then 1986, we had 1968 Gun Control Act, along with 1986, which basically means you can't add anything to the registry after that date. So that's how we get here. They're basically saying these guys have made an item that converts to a full machine gun, and they started to try and confiscate them. They're in court with it, but everyone says it can't go door to door, right? ATF, they didn't wait till these court cases went out, and were decided. Nope. They started to retrieve triggers from people who bought them, and they went door to door, just like little commies do, and it can happen. And this is not a trigger. Can you imagine what will happen if they decide to do this with full guns and they say it'll never happen? Well, right here it's happening. Door to door. No knock searches. Give us your stuff. So I'm gonna let Jamie jump in here too.
I'm just gonna say too, Clay. Not that I'm aware of. I don't believe anybody's shot back when they came and confiscated anything. So I know a lot of people think that kind of thing is going to start a war. Well, in their little test run here, just on snagging triggers, nobody's done anything. So I don't know if I really believe there's going to be a big fight back. I'd like to think there is if it comes to that, but I don't know. And I've shot these force reset triggers. What it does, Todd, you pull it once, it goes bang, you let it off, it goes bang again. So you're basically you pull it and it shoots, and you let the trigger go back, and it shoots again, which Clay said that the ATF is claiming it goes full automatic. It doesn't go full automatic.
No.
Bump stocks are definitely closer to full automatic than these were, in my opinion, and the ATF obviously banned those, which is BS too. Rare breed is they're actually located in Fargo. I think they moved here a while back, didn't they, Clay? But they're in Fargo.
I really don't know.
Rare Breed Triggers LLC. Yeah, they're definitely in Fargo.
Sounds like a good candidate as a
guest. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. They actually kind of changed their name to send stuff out because they said the Postal Service at one point had gave the ATF information on these 80% lowers. It was called buy build shoot kits by Polymer 80, and they said the United States Postal Service turned over customer information without a warrant. And they're claiming they're doing that now. And Rare Breed Triggers changed their name, like a pseudonym, to Red Beard Treasures, to send stuff out. They said they don't have any evidence that the Postal Service is doing this to them, but they said they're not going to take any chances. Now the ATF's butthurt about that too, I guess. And they do. There's currently 2 cases with Rare Breed The government is suing their company in Brooklyn, and Rare Breed is suing the ATF in Texas. So, how this is going to pan out, I don't know. I hope that Rare Breed has a lot of money to fight these jack wagons, because obviously the ATF, the government, they got an endless supply, and if they need more money, like they always do, they'll just print it out, Clay.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And what they're trying to say is that Rare Breed Triggers was trying to deceive the U.S. government. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, well, doesn't the government always deceive us anyway? So I guess it's a fair play, isn't it?
No, only they get to deceive. That's a government. They only. They own the rights to that. You can't.
Yeah, do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. Guns of the 701 here on K-Fire. And speaking of the government lying to you, it's none of your business. This sounds like an episode of FBI, the TV show.
Yeah. So we're going from one alphabet agency to the next. And down here in Tennessee, I believe it was, was shot and killed by FBI agents who raided his home right here near Henderson, Tennessee. Now, obviously, Deschler's family is looking for answers because the FBI hasn't told them a dang thing about this after they showed up at the house, busted out windows, tossed smoke bombs into the house. And, of course, Todd, they ended up shooting this Theodore Deschler dead, who was unarmed at the time. He's a 100% disabled veteran. And the family still, to this day, like I said, refuses to give them any reason why they did this. Deschler's brothers told reporters they came in, shooting up flash grenades, busting windows out, launching smoke grenades into the house. Deschler's mother, who was home at the time, told her, she asked, "Why are you guys here? Why are you at the home?" And it's exactly what she said they told her. It's none of your business. So when the FBI shows up and starts wrecking your house and killing people, it's none of your business. Just stand back. What she said was she was home. The FBI beat on the door. She answered. They pulled her out of the residence, of course, threw her in the back of their FBI vehicle. And again, she asked why they were there. She was told none of your business. And the entire thing probably took 15 minutes. And, of course, this guy who was shot, Theodore, severe PTSD, had depression. And like I said, he was unarmed. Killed an unarmed guy, and they won't give her any reason. They killed her son in her house, wrecked the house, and won't give her any reasons. Clay, you got anything to add to this?
Yeah, I tried to get a little more information on this. There isn't a lot out there. There's been a little follow-up on it. I guess some witnesses that said that they saw it all, but essentially they can't talk because now they're an FBI witness, which that's interesting. But I guess I look at it like this. I'd love to have more information. Was it a no-knock raid? What was their reasoning? Was there a warrant served? It doesn't sound like it. The mother, who I'm sure she was pretty distraught when it all happened. They knock on the door, she opens it up, and they throw her in a cop car. I mean, this, and here's the thing I'd also like to know: did the local law enforcement agencies cooperate? Because if they did, I want to know why. If there's a sheriff there,
it does say police car in the article. It says police car. And I said that.
It does, but I still don't know, and I can't find out. I always like to verify that. And then, is there a sheriff nearby? Was there a sheriff and the county president? And did he make sure this was constitutional? Because your sheriff can shut this down. No one understands that just because they're from the feds, they still don't trump the sheriff in your county, and that's why so many of us have been advocating. Make sure you put constitutional sheriffs in those offices. Those are elected offices, and they serve the people. And so many people forget about that, and that's probably our last defense against what seems to be happening right now.
So, Clay, I know there's a well-known group who likes to go and riot and burn down city blocks when unarmed people are shot. Is there any word of them showing up in Tennessee to defend this guy? He's a white guy who's unarmed and shot. Is there any outrage over that?
That'd be a big no. They don't seem to care about that.
Of course not. But
they'd rather burn down Minneapolis and Fargo and.
They would. Many other.
I'll just leave it at this. It only works one way, and I'll just leave it. I'll leave it at that. You know exactly what I mean by that.
Yes, only works one way.
It is unbelievable with those people.
Guns of the 701 has a brand new gun. Don't tell my wife because she'll want one of these.
Yeah. Go ahead, JB. You can take that one.
Go ahead, Clayton.
Oh, okay, it's the Rossi. I'll tell you what.
Anybody?
It's pretty cool. It's called the Rossi Brawler, and I think it's kind of an answer in a way to what Taurus had in the Judge, and Smith and Wesson came out with the Governor. But this is going to shoot the 410 shotgun shell along with the 45 long Colt. But it's actually more of a kind of a short rifle in a way that's in a handgun kind of. I guess basically put together like a handgun, and then it has a break open action. So that's what I love about it. It gives you a lot of versatility there. It's coming in at about a $240 manufacturer suggested, so it'll be a little cheaper. I think everybody can afford that. And I can't think of anything better for no-knock raids. I mean, what a great self-defense gun.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
It's that break open single shot, which is awesome. It has a rail on the top too. And the rail has a built-in rear sight on that. It's got like a normal front sight post on it. And I did, like you said, 240 was I looked it up. It's going for about $210, which is pretty reasonable in my opinion. Got a nice, it's got a nice coating on it, like a oxide coating that's corrosion resistant, which is awesome too. I think this thing would be perfect, like you say, Clay, for home defense for somebody who's not real handy with firearms. It's a single shot. It's got the hammer on it, and it is like a Judge and the Smith & Wesson you were talking about. This has a way longer barrel. This has a 9-inch barrel, and it also it can take 3-inch Magnum 410 rounds. It's not very long overall. It's a little over 14 inches. Weighs just right at 3 pounds, and of course it does have like I said, it has a hammer, but it also does have the crossbolt safety as well. Yep. And if you're looking like ammo for something like this, if you're not real familiar with the 45 Colt, I would say 200 to 250 grain. That's your popular ammunition from that. And if you're going to use it for anything other than target practice, obviously self-defense or critters coming in or snakes, get yourself the hollow point or the soft point. Like Clay said, the no-knock raids there, I would definitely recommend something like that.
I was going to say, you can't go calling the FBI critters like that. You just
yeah.
I realize humans are technically animals too, but you can't just say, "Oh, I was just aiming at a critter that was trying to get into the doorway here." And
when you go to 1760 Sports LLC, you order it there from David. Don't forget it in your pickup, unless Doug, he might see that down at Lara Auto, so, it could be an issue.
And if you don't want somebody seeing in there, you can get some blinds put in your window by the blind guy in North Dakota so nobody can see in your car.
Perfect. There. How'd you like that, Todd? We just
clever. That was clever. Guns in the 701 Fridays here with Mitchell in the morning on K-Fire 550, about 840. And, of course, any old time on the free iHeart app, you can check out the best podcast on iHeart.
Absolutely.
You don't believe me? Listen to all the rest of them and then get back to me and go, nah, you're right. They are the best one.
We appreciate that. We do.
Hey, Todd, and good luck out there. Bow opens today at noon. Good luck to all the bow hunters, except for the bow hunters who are going to hunt in the unit where I hunt rifle in. So I hope you guys
all right, my friends. Have a great Labor Day weekend. Take care.
You too.
All right, thanks. You too.
Week, buddy.
All right, Guns in the 701 here on K-Fire.